I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the Northwest, it's a long title, the Northwest Tennessee Development District Violence Against Women Public Hearing, sponsored by, or led by the Tennessee Economic Council on Women, in partnership with the University of Tennessee Extension Family and Consumer Sciences agents in the Western region. That is a mouthful. And it also, thank you. It also represents a team effort, let me tell you, in putting this hearing on and bringing these resources together. We do thank you for being here, and we have a number of officials here that we really appreciate. I want to recognize Heather Yarbrough from Congressman Fitcher's office. Heather, are you here? Yep, there she is. Also, Jennifer Wings from Senator Corker's office. Thank you for being here. Also, Curtis Holford, State Representative, District 79. Is Curtis here? He's coming, I think. And then Sheriff Cohen from Dyersburg. No, excuse me, wrong. Chief Cohen from Dyersburg. I got it, Police Chief. Thank you so much for being here. The purpose of our hearing is to bring attention to the economic impact of domestic violence and human sex trafficking, violence against women in the state of Tennessee. As I said, this is put on by the Tennessee Economic Council on Women, and we have on our panel here several members of the Tennessee Economic Council on Women. I want to recognize them as well. We have, starting at this end, Phyllis Pauls-Brooks, who's the Executive Director of the Tennessee Economic Council on Women. Next to Phyllis is Kathleen Arnold Walker, who is the Southwest Tennessee Development District Representative. Yvonne Wood, who is the Chair of the Economic Council, and she'll be up to speak with you in a minute. And then also Dina Wise, Dr. Dina Wise from the University of Tennessee Extension. They all came from a little ways away, so let's give them a hand for being here. Thank you all. They also supported me in working on this hearing, and I really appreciate it. This is the 7th hearing that the Economic Council has held around the state. Again, the purpose is to raise awareness, but also, very importantly, to collect information that we will be putting together in a research report that we will be rolling out in October at our Economic Summit in Nashville. We have a research project each year, and this is a follow-up on a previous research project. Very important to bring attention to the economic impact of domestic violence. We started in January. We had a hearing in Chattanooga, Crossville, Nashville, Knoxville, Columbia, most recently in Memphis, here today in Gibson County, and in July, on July 15th, we'll have another hearing chaired by Kathleen Walker in Jackson at the West Tennessee Healthcare. So you'll be hearing more about that before you leave today. When I was asked to chair this hearing, I panicked a little bit because I'm from Memphis. And I live and work in Memphis, and I thought, oh great, what am I going to do? Well, I immediately made the best decision I've made in a long time, and I called my friend and colleague, Dina Wise, and she put me in touch with a great group of women who are family and consumer sciences agents for the counties that you see here, the 9 counties in Northwest Tennessee Development District in the Western region. And I want to thank them now. We'll recognize them individually at the end of the day, but they have been wonderful in helping pull this together. Also, I want to give a special thanks to Gibson County Extension for allowing us to have this meeting here in their facility. And Barbara Berry was quite helpful on putting that together. Thank you. That group is led by someone who is a real taskmaster, and that is Dr. Lynn Brookins, that I want to recognize to come up to the podium. Lynn has facilitated this, and she has a hard job in organizing and leading the agents, but she does a great job, and I want to thank her now and give her a minute to speak. Thanks, Lynn.
Thanks, Carol. I appreciate that. It's a very tough job, but it's a good job. Welcome to Gibson County. I just want to say, when I got an email from Dr. Wise about this economic council, this was my first experience with this group of people. Well, I had no idea what she was asking in the email that she sent. It just said that they need some help. Well, first thing I did was call an office that I thought was centrally located within these counties to find out if we had a space that was large enough to accommodate about 100 or 150 people. Well, Barbara Berry said the room was available. I said, okay, we'll go with that. And I sent it back and I said, yeah, we can use Gibson County Extension Office. Well, Dina responded back and she said, I don't think that's all they want. And I thought, okay, well, what is it that they want? But it's been a good experience. It has opened our eyes to this particular area of violence. We work with families every day. We work with them on a lighter side, I guess you could say. We provide a lot of positive experiences for families within the region, and we work within 31 counties within the western region. And we have FCS agents in every county except Lake County. And Lake County is unique to the western region, actually, and to the state, really, because they have only one extension personnel there, and that's an ag agent. So we're providing programs throughout the state in 95 counties, actually, with families and working with families and children. So we're glad to have this be a part of this partnership and be a part of this event. At this time, what I'd like to do is ask my staff, and I think everybody's in the back, to just recognize them. I'd like to say thank you to the council and thank you to Dr. Danehower for seeking us out for this partnership. I think even the agents would say that this has been a good experience for them too. They have worked hard in trying to divvy out, I guess you could say, or come up with speakers for this hearing. We have a lot of resources within all the counties because we partner within our counties. This is a very unique partnership. This is a state effort, and it's not individually in counties like we're used to working. So we've not had a struggle because this is what we do every day. Is we network with people, we plan, and we're actually event coordinators. So you can speak, you can say we do this every day. But I'd like to recognize Barbara Berry, who's in Gibson County. Raise your hand, Barbara. This is her office and her home base. Sarah Poole works in Crockett County. Michelle Atkins, she works in Henry County. And Beverly Shelby works in Weakley County. Benita Giffen works in Obion County. And Heather Decker Smith works in Benton County. Heather just got married, I gotta get used to that. And Jordan is our summer intern for the summer, and she's working with Benita in Obion County. Thank you, ladies, I appreciate you. You do what you do best. You got on the job and you got me the resources and things that we needed. We passed those things on to Dr. Danehower and Dr. Phyllis. So we were able to make this work. We're glad that all of you are here today with us. This is an important part of just society, and there are some things that people need to hear and know about. Barbara and I went to the hearing in Memphis, and it was a very eye-opening event. So we hope that you find out a lot that you and your agency may be able to help with within your counties. We have a reception plan after this event. We have a break scheduled as well. During the break, if you will, visit some of the vendors that we have outside and stay around to network during the reception, if you will. Thank you again for being here today. If we can do anything for you today, let us know.
perfect partnership, really, because these women work with families, women and families in their counties, among many other things. I've come to understand a little bit about what they do, and it goes right hand in hand with the Economic Council's work on improving the economic status of women in our state. I want to introduce now someone who has been, I would say, a mover and a shaker and a lot of other things in the state of Tennessee around women's issues. Yvonne Wood is the chair of the Tennessee Economic Council on Women. That's what she's doing right now, but for a number of years she has done so much for the women in this state that it is impossible to mention all the things. But one thing she did that was quite important, and the reason we're here today, is that she was instrumental in drafting the legislation that established the Economic Council on Women. Tennessee is noteworthy in that we have such a council. Not all states, in fact, very few states have government entities that are devoted to the study and to the support of the economic status and the improvement of the economic status on women. So I would like to recognize and call to the podium Yvonne Wood, Chair of the Tennessee Economic Council on Women.
Thank you so much, Carol. Since we started and Carol made the introductions, we've been joined by yet another council member, Representative Dawn White, who represents the Murfreesboro area. I'm sorry, I don't know the district number. 37, thank you. And we're delighted that you're here. You also made a long drive this morning.
Yes.
We appreciate it very much. And I want to say we're so very happy to be here and happy to have this opportunity. And I was impressed by the fact that we have some congressmen staff represented, that we have senator staff represented, and we have state representatives that are going to be with us today. And we appreciate that interest and certainly appreciate the UT Extension folks who have done all this work. And thank you very much for making all this possible for us. The very first representative from this area was Molly Williams, and she was on our Economic Council for a term or two, and I don't know if any of you know her, but she was representative for this area. And I want to say, I think it may have already been said, that we've already had 7 of these hearings across the state, also, I want to thank someone else that's doing something very wonderful for us today, and that is Cable 22, who's recording this hearing today. And we have learned that the hearing will be included in their broadcast schedule, and also in talking with Paul a little bit earlier, he tells me he's going to link us up with some other media, so you'll be able to see the hearing there too. And I want to thank our media past chair, Carol Danehower. Thank you for that nice introduction, Carol, and also for your contribution in making this recording possible today. We appreciate that very much. And don't want to skip our one of the most important people for this whole research effort is our senior research analyst. His name is Bill Arth, and he's right back there. Bill, you want to just wait? And then we have a wonderful intern with us today, Kendra Cheek, who's really soon going to be pursuing her degree at Belmont. Where are you, Kendra? Back there. Thank you. The research that we're going to be releasing in October is entitled The Economic Impact of Violence Against Women in Tennessee. And we're going to release it October the 28th at the Economic Summit for Women. And you got some packets today, and in that packet you'll find something that says Save the Date. And that's the Save the Date for October 27th and 28th in Nashville, and we hope you'll be there. It's going to really be a great program. The first research that we did, the council being the we, was released in 2006. And to our knowledge, no other agency in the state looks at the economic impact of violence against women. And in that study, that first one, we were amazed and awed that domestic violence is costing Tennessee millions of dollars every year, from legal costs, from health care costs, from lost productivity in the workplace, and it's a tremendous cost to our social system as well. And since we hear that only about 60% of the crimes of sexual assault and domestic violence are reported, then we know that we're only finding the tip of the iceberg, really. But in that study, we found that $175 million was identified in annual costs in Tennessee related to just domestic violence alone. Now, this study is going to also include domestic violence and sexual trafficking. Now, in the hearings that we had in Chattanooga, Clarksville, Columbia, Nashville, Memphis, and Knoxville, we heard that, unfortunately, this trend is continuing, and it erodes the fabric of our families. But not only that, it also erodes the economic strength of our state. So another thing that we notice is we continue to hear people asking for more preventive programs, and we know that those are important. So today in Trenton, it's the objective of the Economic Council to look at the bottom line. What exactly is the cost of domestic violence and sexual trafficking to the social service system, to health care, and to the justice system in 2013? So our goal here is to develop new data, to learn more information, so that when we release this in October, we'll see that it is shared with the Tennessee General Assembly, with the governor, with women's groups, with educational organizations, social service agencies, and of course it'll be online so that it'll be available to the general public. So I want to thank all the presenters who are here now that will come today, who will help us shed more light on this issue. And to those of you in the audience who show by your very presence that you care about this issue. And since this is an official hearing of the council and foundation members that you see up here, we will ask questions of the presenters as they conclude their remarks, but we will not be able to take questions from the audience at that point. However, at the end, when we're wrapping up, if you've got questions you want to ask, we'll certainly take them then and try to answer everything for you. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Mayor Witherspoon, please.
Yes, I am here.
Come on down. I have learned one thing, that there is a lot going on in Gibson County, and Mayor Witherspoon's here to welcome us. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Welcome everybody. It's a privilege to be here to offer a welcome to you, and I'm really excited to hear what this forum is going to have to offer today. I feel a little odd standing here at the podium. I'm used to sitting behind this desk chairing the county commission. Let me begin by saying you're a lot better looking and a lot friendlier looking bunch than the one that usually look over that. And I hope it stays that way throughout the day. But it's an honor to have every one of you here. This is a topic that's near and dear to me. Not a lot of people outside my inner circle of friends and family know that I grew up in an abusive environment, and I know firsthand the toll it can take on your self-esteem and your self-worth, and how difficult it can be overcoming that. It takes in a lot of cases longer to overcome it than it did for that abuse to take place. So it's important that we intervene as quickly as possible to try to offset that in the beginning. I was thinking the last couple of days, and to be honest with you, I hadn't put a lot of thought into the economic impact that abuse has on the community. In the last couple of days, I've had some time to think about it and research it. I've talked to the sheriff about it and some others, about that impact, and it's a tremendous impact. But once you drill down past just the numbers and the dollars that it's easy for anybody to budget toward or to consider, really and truly, folks, when you think about it, and I've thought about it all day today, we're not worth any more. Our sense of self-worth as a county or as a state or as a nation will never aspire beyond our sense of self-worth as individuals. Think about that. So anything we can do to raise the awareness of this issue and improve the quality of life and improve the human condition on an individual level for the victims of this is important. It's good work. It's good work for the community as a whole. So I appreciate you being here to take part in this. And I don't have any family of my own, any children of my own, but I do have two 15-year-old twin goddaughters, and their father passed away when they were 9 years ago, and he asked me to play a major role in their life, and it scared me at that time. I was a younger man than I am now, and I didn't know what I would have to contribute. And really and truly, as the last 9 years have gone by, it's become more and more clear to me what my role is, and my role to those two young women is to instill in them that sense of self-worth and confidence that I didn't receive as a youngster. And there's times, and I think Paul's been fishing with us, he might attest to it, I may have given too much of that. I may have went overboard with it at times, but I'd rather them be overconfident and have to rein them in at times than for them to be in a shell. And I'm proud of what they've become, the role they played in my life. It's been tremendous. The gift they've given me far exceeds anything I've ever done for them. And I'm very thankful that they're self-confident enough that I believe that if they're ever put in that domestic abuse situation, that they won't tolerate it. I don't think it'll be acceptable to them, or at least I hope it's not acceptable to them. And I've had this conversation with them, and I've told them, and I've been clear about this. I said, I don't want you to find yourself in that situation because A, I don't think you deserve it. You deserve better than that. But it's important to me that they don't, because I don't have to worry with disposing of a body. You know, that's more work than I need on my hands right now. So I hope to keep up their end. I'm going to keep up mine. But all joking aside, this is a very important topic, a very important issue, and I applaud each and every one of you for the role you played in raising awareness and helping in that regard. So welcome to Gibson County, and be sure and spend some money in Gibson County before you leave. So thank you.